It's me, Nim Sunny. Welcome to a game called Torin's Passage. So this is a game that's really old. That thing in the top right corner is really frustrating me. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. That thing's gone now in the black, that black bit in the top right corner. So this game, like I said, really old. And one of the things with very old games is they don't really play well with resolutions. Modern resolutions are pretty screwed up on these games. So you'll notice here, the FMV sequence is pretty small on screen. I'm just going to scale it up for the video. There's not much talking in the actual FMV sequence itself. It just sort of plays through a bit of the storyline, but you sort of have to half figure out what's going on. Like I said, no talking. So I'm just going to talk over it for a minute, just to speed things up a little bit. So a little bit of an explanation. A lot of people on my YouTube channel, they're quite young. Maybe, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. I'm 26, and one of the things we used to do back in the days when it comes to PC gaming, we'd have a lot of games like this made by SLAYR. You've probably heard of SLAYR Online and stuff like that. They made some pretty nice games. They made a recent one, recent I'd say, it's actually within 10 years or so, called Switchball. That's a 3D game. It's a nice puzzle game, it's really fun to play. It doesn't work on Windows 10. Like seriously, there's just no way to force it to work on Windows 10. Luckily I have Windows 7 right now. I am going to be upgrading to 10. Forcing myself to upgrade to 10. But anyways, right now I'm running on Windows 7. This is in DOS box, so this game runs pretty much on Windows 95 or on DOS. And like I say, this is the kind of game we used to play. Games like SLAYR, games by SLAYR, where they'd be very much puzzle games, point and click style. This is the original point and click style. Most of the screen would be filled up with an inventory at the bottom. And yeah, so you can see here, usual business. An evil wizard in your in the palace and stuff, and you can see all the artifacts, the color artifacting on the videos. They're so old. These were built for like 8-bit and 16-bit colors. Nowadays we have really good quality graphics and FMVs. I might even be able to do something to make this look a little better, maybe smoother, but there's just not much I can do. It's I want to show you the original, and I decided, like I say, a lot of my YouTube viewers, they're very young. They've never seen games like this, so and they wouldn't really look out for them. Everyone's after their Call of Duties, and nowadays, as you can see from my channel, a lot of VR stuff. So here's the next scene that comes up. You can see obviously the wizard killed the parents, and then a little baby child was taken away by the nanny.
Torin!
So this is Torin.
Where is he?
The guy climbing around. That's who you play as, Torin.
Torin, when are you gonna grow up? You pick up those tools from town like I told you?
I thought I'd do that tomorrow.
I'm gonna let them talk
I
out.
need them in the morning. You get into town right now.
Yes, sir.
Hurry home, Torin. Don't be late for dinner.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, Mom. So you can tell this is actually his parents,
This isn't
as far
what
as
I
he
want
knows
in
anyway.
life. I should be a hero. Heroes don't run errands. Right, Boogle? Hey, Boogle.
Boogle is his cat.
Boogle!
There he is.
Asleep again?
Oh, I love this game. This game is so old, but I love it. Look at the drawings, the artwork in this game.
Is this all my life will ever be? Running errands to this little town? I just don't want to live my life without ever having lived my life.
Look at that woman's face. That there is a, well, not these two, but the witch that just took them. That there is Licentia, the main enemy in the game. So here we are. This is how the game's layout looks. You can see my mouse is actually a loading thing with Boogle sleeping.
They never hurt anyone. What happened?
I left the subtitles on because I like to play games with subtitles on.
I saw everything.
You always miss
Who
things
are you?
otherwise.
What are you doing here?
I was just passing by when all that started. I was so scared I hid behind your barn.
So this dude's a really shady looking guy.
It must have been one powerful sorcerer. Or sorceress.
And of course, you can tell straight away he's not
And
the
who around
he's not the
here
good
has
guy.
such power?
He's messing around with
No
Torin.
one I know. But once there was. such
Yeah,
a
I decided to let
But
the
no.
scenes play through. I could obviously
Licentious
skip a lot of
been
this,
gone
but
for years.
it's been a long time. I know this game
Who's
almost off by
Licentia?
heart. So there you go. He's
Oh, I
told him
think
about
it
Licentia
possibly
now.
be her. She was banished to the lands below years ago.
The lands below. She must have been evil to be sent there.
Yes.
And
there's no way
you
you
could
could
ever
ever
find
find
her
her
down
down
there. Are my voice
I
acting
know
skills
what
getting
I'll
better?
do. I'll find this Licentia and force her to release my parents.
Torin, you're a loony. And there we go. So that's the whole of the cutscenes. We're back in game now. Well, we're in game
I'm
now.
sure you will.
Oh man, I love this game. So this really takes me back. We're going back 15 to 20 years. You know, I used to play this as a really small kid. So it's a point and click, as you can see. I've sped up the walking speed. You can control how fast he walks. Can you imagine playing a game like this? Oh. So we go up to full speed, down maybe 1. Yeah, that's about right. So you can see here, we move around. It's a point and click. You get this hint timer in the bottom right. It actually comes out as a timer, so you can set how long before each hint comes back again. I'm just going to leave it as always available so we can have a look throughout the
Walk
game.
as far from your home as you can.
And they have him voice acting the whole thing, so he voice acts everything. And we're going to walk back to the house because I don't want to walk as far as I can yet. We're just going to have a look. So you can see point and click, the mouse itself changes to Boogle over here. And watch this, when you click on Boogle, or when you walk past Boogle, you can literally stand on Boogle. It's ridiculous. So the mouse itself glows white whenever it's something that you can click. And watch this. Click, click, click. If you right click, he sort of just jumps to the position of your mouse. So you can see here, this is me just rapidly right clicking. Anyways, over to here. Grab this
I had a
axe.
cleaver for every time I've swung this.
And whenever he's talking to himself, you can hear this sort of echo as well. Let's pop
Google,
into the
let's
house.
go.
And whenever you do that, he'll ask Boogle to jump back in the pack over there, back into his satchel. And then Boogle jumps out again in the scene. So you can click around.
Ow. Yep, the stove's still hot, all right.
Alright. And obviously he says a bunch of things about things.
And drifted off to sleep.
It's really nice. If you listen to the music, it's a calming game to play. It's something that I would never really rush through. It's just one of those games, and especially for me, this was my childhood. These kind of games like this. I'm gonna click over here, and we can see Inchy the Inchworm, which is, you know, a really unique name for an inchworm.
Hey, you.
And when you click on him, you can't
Come
catch
back
him,
here.
which makes sense, you know. So obviously you got to do something to catch that guy. I'm gonna pop back out here. I don't know how long I could make this video. Even this one level will take a really long time. So you can see here, these berries are clickable. These berries look ripe, so there we go. We can pick them up, and we get them all. And now there's one really cool thing about this game. You've probably seen a bunch of games out there that do really fun things, and obviously point and click stuff. But this game, if you click on the object that you're after, and obviously it'll highlight whenever you can use it on something. But if you put it on this center thing down here, which I'm probably going to scale out so that you guys get more of the screen, you get this 3D view of it, which is, oh, in fact I can still move Torin about while while doing that. You can sort of click around. It's a 360 view of the object. You take it off and you've got the axe here, and you've got that as well. It's really cool because pretty much every item that you pick up you can see in 3D. It's a really clever idea. Oof.
Whoa, these spines are razor sharp. I'd better be careful.
Yeah, so as you know, and you can even scroll right across the level to see where you can go. It's really useful because there are certain things which are like really far off in the distance on the edge of the map, which you can't actually get to directly. If we pop down here, we've got some nice dialogue, funny dialogue, over to the city there, which obviously he was supposed to travel to and collect some tools. He didn't.
There's
Click
no
on the
way
bridge.
I could get across that moat.
One thing I didn't like about this game, you'll notice that the mouse jumps down there
There's no way I could
whenever
get
I
across
click
that
something.
moat.
It's really frustrating. If you actually click on the moat, you get eaten by the croctopus. For goodness sake.
The croctopus may well combine the worst characteristics of both animals, but its skin makes an excellent laptop computer case.
Torin 2, but not a sequel. Oops. And yeah, you pretty much get back to where you were. Let's have a chat with this guy here.
This will get someone's attention.
Halt, who goes there?
Halt! Who goes there?
Torin of the Farmin Valley.
The bridge is up!
The
Yes,
bridge is
I see,
out!
But I thought perhaps I would...
Do you know that reference? You should know that
to
reference. Come on,
convince you
guys, you've
to,
watched this movie before.
I just-
Based on my accent, or attempted accent, you can tell it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You figure out what movie it is. Tell me in the comments. I'm just gonna throw one more stone.
Halt! Oh, you are halted.
Yes.
Well, would you mind moving a little?
What? Why?
You're
There's a
throwing
lot
off
of
my timing.
corny jokes and stuff
Well,
in the game.
okay.
This is a pretty typical old style game, and obviously you can keep doing that. You'll keep being bothered. I don't know how long to make this video, but seriously, this is something. It really takes me back. So obviously these things come down, and you can try and capture them. You won't be able to, because the game's designed to have another way of doing that. So you click.
That tree is just covered with exotic, high-speed, caffeine slugs.
Caffeine-laced slugs. And of course when you go near, they sort of rush off. And there's plenty of ways to die in this game.
Taking a leaf?
Why am I taking a leaf? What a silly sod. There's a reason for that later on. So yeah, there's some cool athletics as well going on here. Acrobatics even. Woo. And of course up here we've got these little lunatics.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, you got nothing better to do?
Slim and
Staring at
slime.
snails?
Well, no, actually. Wait, hey, I have a lot to do. But who are you?
Who are we? Who in the Tenebris are
This
you?
is gonna be a long
Yeah,
video,
who
I
are
guess.
you?
I'll probably want to. I want to go through
Torin.
this whole game, but
Torin
there's no
Farmin.
way that I'll be able to do it.
Farmhand?
I don't
Yeah,
think people
you
will
look
even
like a
watch this
farmhand.
video. Honestly, I don't mind it. If you like this video, if this video
Farmhand.
gets
Good
enough
one,
views,
Slim.
I'll go through this
Thanks,
whole
Slime.
game
High five.
comfortably. It's gonna be a slow video. It'll be a slow series.
You guys seem different
But it is
from the
something I
others I've
really
met
love. I
around
love this
here.
game.
Different?
So anyways, I just wanted to highlight some of the
Yeah,
old
what
style
do you think? You're talking to just another couple of snails?
games that we used to
Yeah,
play.
you're quite a
There was
pair.
another one called Battle
Why,
Beast,
that's
which is
right.
it's more
We
of a
are a
real-time
pair.
game. It's not a point and click.
Up there! Good one, Slim!
Thanks, Slime.
I'm just gonna skip through that dialogue. So yeah, Battle Beast was another one that I used to play. I also had Mech Warrior back then. This was Mech Warrior 2. Again, this sort of dotty, coloured, everything very, very old.
Whoa!
This is a section that
Obviously too soft to walk.
that will come in play after we talk to the old man. Let's pop back down there again. And I don't know, I probably won't be able to last this entire video, this entire level in one video. This is a long-winded game. At one point I just sort of gone through the whole.
If you want a square meal, this looks like the route.
If you want a square meal, this looks like the route. Notice it's a square
You
route.
want a
Yeah, pretty cool. You can use the axe, and let's grab ourselves a square root. We'll need that again for the old man later on. And of course, like before, you can just pick it up, put it on here, and you've got a nice 3D scene of it. It's a really cool idea. It's bloody wonderful. Was there a section down here? No, there isn't. Let's pop over here, and we'll see the old man's place. and after that I'll probably stop the video here. You'll probably notice as well there's a score counter here. Now that drops down whenever you click the hint timer, the hint clock over here. I'll probably show you one. No, I want to see how much points I can get. I shouldn't need the hint timer anyway, because I kind of know this game.
In case of emergency, break glass. What could that mean?
In case of emergency, break glass.
There's just no way I could break this off.
Well, that's alright. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Got ourselves one shot.
Nice blue color, eh, Boogle?
Yeah.
And of course, let's have a look at that as well.
You
Now these shards come in play later on as well.
Huh? Who are you? Where'd you come from? What are you doing there? You trying to sneak by me? Oh, I wasn't asleep. No, sir. I heard you come through.
This guy's pretty
Well,
funny.
I wasn't trying to sneak by you. I'm Torin, and I really need to get to the lands below. Can you help me?
So yeah, the land's
The
below.
lands below?
I'll explain that in a
You
moment.
one of them? Well, you can't stay up here. You go right back down where you came from. Yep, nobody from down there gets past me, and you won't neither.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I'm not from the lands below. I want to go there. So you do know how to get there?
Go there? Why, no one goes there. That's no place for any self-respecting citizen. Why, them worlds is filled with nutsos,
He's a nut.
malcontents,
He's a loony.
psychos, politicians. No, there's no
Also
way
notice
I'd let
his
you go down
eyes.
there.
There's one green
So
eye, the
you
other one
do
just
know.
doesn't have any
Oh,
color on it.
Please help me, sir. I must get to the lands below. May I come inside?
Are you guys enjoying the video?
Nope,
Are you enjoying
no
the
way.
game?
Nobody gets inside this
If you don't
guardhouse
like it,
except
you
my
don't like it.
replacement.
You know, I know you kids
Don't
are
know
into
where
some
he
fun,
is either. Was supposed to be
fast-moving,
here
fast-paced
10,
first-person
maybe 12
shooters all the
years
time.
ago.
I do
Never been
VR
this late
myself,
before.
bloody hell.
No, you gotta go. Get out of here
But this
and
is a
don't
game
come back.
I really like playing it. I'll probably stop it here, in fact. But I'll explain the whole lands below stuff. So I'm just gonna save this. In fact, let's get you must enter a description. Let's go with YouTube, something that pretty much just started existing when I played this game last. Let's go to new. Get ourselves out of there. So this here is the world that we're on. You'll notice that each line on each level is at a different level of the core, up to the core there. So the lands above are obviously the edge of the planet, and then as you go lower into the planet, each level is lower down into the planet, and that's the lands below within the planet. It's pretty cool design. Yeah, Torin's Passage was always interesting to me. This game was a really cool game back then. We'll obviously resume the game later on. I'll probably do another video on this if you guys like it. If you don't, you know, whatever. I'll play some more games probably as well. That's the end of this video anyway. And I'll probably go through a bunch of my old stuff as well. Like I say, I just want everyone to see what we used to play back in the days. A lot of things, they're all on YouTube anyway, but you're probably never going to search for them. You'll never know that they existed. But point and click was the fun back in the days. I used to play this. I even had the original MS-DOS version of Rayman. I had the original Worms game. I had a demo of that actually. And I have on this system as well Battlefield 1942. So that was the original Battlefield game. But that's the end of this video anyway. I'll probably do more later on. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.